Here we go. So proud of you, Mama.
I'm gonna start crying.
I know, I am
Julie.
too. Hey you guys, so guess who did their first marathon?
I did.
How exciting. And she finished, and show them what you got at the finish line.
I got my first marathon medal.
And it spins. We gotta get better at this. So I'm excited for Mimi, and she got her free ears.
And I was excited that this year was the 26th anniversary, and that was special to me, being a full marathon with the number 26.
And what was our hotel room number?
And our hotel room number ended with a 26, and that also made it special.
It's a good luck sign right there. So let's get started with the details about marathon morning. So we woke up at 1:30ish, almost 2, wasn't it?
Yes.
And we got ready, and we were at Beach Club, so then we couldn't just walk to Epcot. They don't allow that, so we had to take the bus like everybody else to the race area. And when we got there, we ran into my friend Joe from California, and it was exciting seeing him. He tried Dopey last year, and I felt so bad for him because he overslept on marathon morning. So poor thing, bless his heart, he completed it this time, so congratulations. Race retreat, it was cold this year. It was freezing in that tent.
We had our jackets, so we were so glad we did bring our jackets, and we had to wear those in race retreat before we turned in our bags, but we were really cold in there.
What were some benefits that you liked about race retreat?
I liked just the place to go in and see the characters and the bagels. I know Kim's gluten-free, dairy-free, so
I didn't have
she
anything.
doesn't have much option, but I enjoyed getting the bagels and croissants before the race.
Now let me do clarify, if you have an allergy and you get there in time, they can help give you food in advance, but you might have to email them, or it's usually after the race they have more of a selection where the chef can go get something for you, but before the race it's a little difficult.
And they had drinks, and I gave up soda a year ago. They had soda, and they had Powerade and
Coffee, water bottles. Very nice. And then they had private porta potties that are in the pitch dark, so you just pray that you don't sit on something or get something on your costume.
Yes, we almost needed flashlights in there.
Yes, but they're dark, but you don't have a line, so that's what you're dealing with. The other ones have a line out in the public.
But I made sure I gave my fanny pack to Kim to hold before I went in, because last year, I don't know how Kim's dad did the full marathon after he left his money belt in the porta potty on the back of the door, and he took off and it had his license in it. So after he got through the race line over to the corral, then he realized he had left it. So
he wasn't a happy camper.
No, so I made sure I knew where mine was.
Yes. So we spent race retreat just sitting down and relaxing and sorting our stuff in the gear bags, and then we took pictures with Hercules and Megra. And then, who was your friend?
Which one?
The devil.
Not my friend. That was preparing me for the heat that day.
It was hot as you know what in the race, so it's appropriate to have those characters there. So then after race retreat, we left around 4:35, 4:40, and met Julie outside of the tent, and it was much warmer outside than it was inside. And then we started our half a mile to mile walk. It felt like a mile to the corrals. So yes, you got an extra mile, Mama.
I know.
We're going for 30 or 50 miles next, right?
Nope.
No. So we did that, and then we were waiting to start the race, and I could tell the look of panic on these two little ladies' faces because they had 26 miles in front of them, and there's no backing out now.
Around.
How
Nowhere
scary.
for me to get out of that corral.
Nope. And we're in a good spot in the corral. We were like 2 to 3 waves in, so that wasn't bad.
The corral seemed to go much faster than some of the other races.
It did. This year we were in Corral F and our wave went around 6 a.m.
When we started the going out on the start line.
What song did they play for your fireworks to send you off to?
Dig a Little Deeper.
Because that's Mama's song. That's her jam. They played that during Wine and Dine and Mama was going, ooh-wee! Because it says dig a little deeper. And then it talks about Mama in there too. Yeah, blue skies and sunshine guaranteed. Well, guaranteed, yes. There's a hottie. Woo-wee! You never see a hottie in Corral F or in the back crowd, sorry, but it's mainly women. Let's just be real. And you saw this hunk of a... Whew! He passed us before mile 2 and I said, Mama, pick up your pace, woman. He was doing a 6-minute mile and Mama just couldn't keep it up. So we lost the hottie. That was sad. That was motivation right there. After mile 2, we ran into Kim and her friend Melissa, and that was fun seeing them, and that was towards the Magic Kingdom sign. And then Mama got to go through, and they weren't announcing your little announcer this year for speed bumps.
No, like some of the other races.
No. So that was something we noticed. So this lady told me, no character photos on this race. We got to make it in before the balloon ladies. Well, who broke their promise?
I saw Star-Lord at mile 3, was it?
Yes.
And I said, come on, we got to get a picture. So we jumped right in line. The line was short.
Yes.
And that's one thing Kim pointed out during the marathon. The lines are much shorter than the half marathons.
Because people are either serious runners doing this race, they don't need to take pictures and get a slower time, or they've already done them on the Dopey Challenge, or they're worried about their time. So it's fine with us. We got the characters. So thank goodness PhotoPass was there for Star-Lord, because our cell phone picture, dear lordy, I'm looking this way, Mama's looking that way, Julie's looking this way, Star-Lord's looking like I got 3 ladies and who knows what. So PhotoPass turned out much better though, so thank you.
Going into mile 4
near TTC. And who were we looking for at TTC? Who were we looking for?
Res Runs, or anybody that, Heather.
Yeah.
And anybody else that we might know. Stephen and Leslie.
Yeah, but we didn't see anybody at TTC, sadly. So I think they had other options to go to, and that's where they went. So we went to Magic Kingdom, and Mama was excited to see view from the cheap seats from YouTube on Main Street, and they were very sweet to cheer for all the runners, except they didn't see us, and by the time I saw them, you're in a daze running a marathon, so I forgot their name and I was just like, cheap seats!
And we did get in their video.
Didn't get attention.
They have a video out right now. We're excited seeing us in their video running on Main Street.
We saw somebody that cheered Mama up quite a bit on Main Street after cheap seats. Who was that?
Res Runs and Karen.
And you can see the smile on this little lady's face.
But first of all, we had gone off to the side, to the right side, and
got castle photos.
Selfies of the castle. So we were busy doing that. Then we started back on the race, and we just happened to glance over to the far left corner and saw them. So we were glad we saw them in time.
We almost got killed running over to them, but we made it.
We made it over safe.
Yeah. And if any of you took castle photos, comment below. I want to see them. What bathrooms do we use before we entered the castle?
Near Gaston's
Tavern. Yes, so that's a tip, because Tomorrowland, it's always iffy if you can use the ones towards Space Mountain that I used with my friends last year, because those are empty, but it's a hike to get over there, and sometimes Run Disney people are like, no, you gotta stay on the course, and they won't let you, so then you gotta use the ones on this side and near the gift shop, and that's always crowded, and there's always a line, and the ladies are going in the men's room, and it's a hectic scene. So Gaston's Tavern's a good option, or Adventureland is a good option, and we were in and out quickly, so no line. That was a plus. And then it was into the castle we ran. And when's the last time you've done the castle?
2014, which was my very first half marathon. Very special to me, coming through the castle, thinking I did that 5 years ago.
Almost 5 years ago in
Almost
February.
5 years ago, and thinking that now it's my very first full marathon going through the castle, so it was very meaningful to me.
Do you need your Kleenex?
Almost.
They're gonna get me, and I put mascara on today, Mama. No. Not today, woman, not today.
Okay.
Alrighty, little lady. So I was sad because last year they had the Bippity Boppity Boutique ladies out, the fairy godmothers, and they were putting pixie dust in our hair, and even Mr. James got some. This year, did you see?
No.
No one.
Didn't
No
see
one.
anybody.
Where'd they go?
We had plenty of room in the castle. It was so nice just to run through, and we were disappointed that they didn't have a photographer right as you came out, like Kimberly
That was the
had last
biggest
year.
change I've noticed. From Princess, all my races that do the castle, there's always a photographer in front of the castle right as you exit the castle, and then you go down the ramp. There was not a single one this year. Run Disney, come on. Run Disney, that's the golden spot for pictures. So now I don't have a picture of Mimi going through the castle. I'm very sad about that. But instead we took pictures down below with the photographers.
We
I'll
went off to
insert
the
those.
left, and we got pictures there, which
Yeah.
were special.
Was it just us because we were in a later corral that didn't have a photographer? Was there a photographer in, like, for corral A, and he might have had an emergency or something? We don't know. We ran by Woody and Jessie, and they were playing our little rootin' tootin' song, so Mama got excited.
But we did make a stop. That line was long.
That
and
was a long line, so
I
forget
needed
that.
all the time I could have to think of the miles that I had to put in for the race.
Yes, and then we saw Sally, who watches our videos, so thank you for saying hi, Sally. That meant a lot, and we've got a picture with her, and it's really cute at mile 6 because it was us dressed as Mickey Mouse, and then Julie and Sally were dressed as Minnie Mouse on the end, so it evened itself out. Then we went backstage Magic Kingdom. We took our goose, and normally it sits with Mama, and it didn't sit with her this
It didn't
time.
sit well with me this day.
No, so that was the start of a downhill for us.
Every water stop I kept getting water
Yes.
and Powerade. And then I tried the goo, and it just
It's the
didn't.
birthday cake. It's an excellent flavor. I highly
The
recommend.
flavor's great, but the goos just don't seem to help my stomach.
Oh. All right, then we ran by mile 7 at Grand Floridian, and we saw Sally there again, and we stopped for the penguins from Mary Poppins because we always got to get our penguin photo.
Yeah, this race was very special having Julie with us, to have another running buddy, and knowing it was her first marathon, full marathon, it helped me out a lot. And
She is our photographer.
she
Since
helped
I was
take a lot
filming
of
the video, I
pictures,
asked her, and she was very sweet to do it, to take the pictures of the mile signs. We didn't get all of them, which is okay.
We didn't get all of them because we decided we're starting to lose. We just wanted to keep up our pace. In the beginning, I was full of a lot of energy, and
Because that hottie will give you energy.
I felt great in the beginning. The temperature was much cooler, and I had more energy, and
Yeah.
we were keeping up our pace.
Wasn't in the
Real
low
well,
60s when
and-
we started,
Yes.
so it was nice.
So
I mean,
was
it's still warm,
doing
but
great during after Magic Kingdom, and then starting up after the Mary Poppins picture around mile 8, started feeling the heat a little bit. We're starting to feel a little tired, but determined to keep going. And
I was sad this year there was no Richard in front of Grand Floridian like he was last year cheering. He was very sweet to come out all these years and cheer, so bless his heart. Rest in peace, Richard. But we did see another greeter this time at Grand Floridian.
yes,
Yeah, moving on towards mile 8. And the golf course is on the right side, so it's just a lot of green that you see, and it wasn't the most exciting, so I think that's why you started to slow down with your energy.
and we met another runner that recognized Kim.
Yes, Dory.
So Dory, thank you for stopping and saying hi to us.
Yes, it makes my day when anyone stops us and says hi or just recognizes us. Thank you so much. It means a lot to hear from you. What was after mile 9 that you let me take a photo of?
Mr. Toad's
Yes!
car.
Yes, I was so excited. So we got next to the car. I don't know if you were allowed in the car or not, but we were next
We
to
didn't
it.
see anybody getting in the car,
No.
so we stood next to it.
And then we ran by the smelly part, and it wasn't that bad this year compared to Wyandotte. Wyandotte, oh, it was horrendous. but this time it wasn't that bad. Maybe we're just delusional because it's almost to mile 10 at that point, and you're dragging.
I was real excited because we were keeping up with the 6 hour, 6:15 pacer for a long time, even up to mile 10.
Now, who did you start with?
We started with the 5:45.
Impressive.
So we started out and tried to keep up with that pace group and lost it. But I was trying my best to stay with the 6 hour pace.
6 hour and then 6:15.
We got 6:15 for a long time.
Then 6:30.
And going down that long stretch that seemed endless for the U-turn.
I always forget how bad it is after you do the little smelly part and you're finally excited to do this U-turn to get closer in the animal kingdom to get your second park done. The minute you turn, you can't even see. It's like a mile down there. You can't even see the turnaround. You just see people running for miles and miles and miles, it seems like, and you're like, what
So we kept thinking, when are we going to turn around? And the heat was starting to get to us at that point.
Now, here is the benefit. At mile 6, or a little after, they said the balloon ladies were 45 minutes behind us. Just to give you an idea, last year when we did this U-turn, we're turning around and we see the balloon ladies right behind us, and so that was not comforting. So this year we had more of a cushion.
We were excited. We didn't see the balloon ladies during this whole stretch as we were coming back from mile 11 going up the road. So we're like, we're ahead of them, and then it wasn't until we got out to one of the roads after the U-turn.
Yes, so you can still see people coming, not even starting the U-turn, but they still have to, they're coming towards it, and that's when we saw them.
We did recognize a lot of runners coming down the opposite direction.
So we saw Jen, John Beal from Not Real Runners. He was cute as a vintage Epcot. At mile 12, they were handing out bananas, and I took one too.
Bananas, and I thought, just to try to keep the race going, maybe I better eat a banana.
But the potassium's good for you, for your legs, so that's why I ate some and then I just pitched the thing.
Speaking of bananas, they do have recycling bins for the bananas and places for you to make sure you drop the banana peels so they're not on the road with the runners.
Yes.
For safety.
Yes. And then we came towards the backstage of Animal Kingdom, and I was a little disappointed this year because they always have like a goat or a sheep or something and little animals cheering for you, and you can pet them if you want. I never do because I'm a germaphobe, but I'll wave to them. And do you know what they had this year? Just a bird. Seriously? Just a bird?
Bird didn't fly up at us.
Thank goodness, I'm terrified of birds, so lordy. Then you enter Animal Kingdom at that point, and what were you excited to see?
Mile 13, thinking I would have completed a half marathon with just 1 point to go. So I thought we had done really well with our time and our energy level at that point.
Yes, and she is still running then. We're doing a walk run. Because this is important later, she stopped running. And so we got some cute pictures with PhotoPass, and we saw Everest, and I wanted to ride it, but these two little ladies did not want to ride it at all. So
I wasn't gonna. I'm not a roller coaster.
Well, I know that, but I'm terrified it's gonna break down on me, and then the balloon ladies go by, and you're on that hill, and you see them going by, and there's your chance.
Get on there and lose that chance to get in.
Maybe next year. I keep saying maybe next year. I need somebody who will ride it with me. I ain't doing it by myself.
Not me. I'm not going next year.
Yes, you are. You're doing a big announcement about that later. Wonder what challenge she's doing. So, yes, she's all excited. She told me the other day, okay. So that's what she said about the marathon. Okay, and then I just signed her up before the little lady could get back because they don't give you your money back. So, so that's the way to do it, to motivate someone. You lose your money if you don't do it. Yep. So somebody has a little challenge they're going to announce. After the halfway point, we used another bathroom. Now, I think that's a bad omen because I always like to use my little dinosaur bathroom because it's huge. And this is the first marathon since 2014. I've been doing it every year that I did not get to use my dinosaur bathroom. So I had a sinking feeling this is not a good sign.
That's okay.
It set the tone for the rest of the race.
No,
Yes.
that wasn't it.
We saw Kathleen handing out waters towards the backstage of Animal Kingdom, and then we hit mile 14 when you turn into the parking lot, and that's where I saw Tim, Tracker, and Jen in 2016 cheering. Then you turn into the dreaded highway, and it's going on probably 70s at this point with the sun just blasting at you. And do you want to see this lovely tan I got? Oh, sweet Lord. This is where I had the Race Retreat band and then my watch under it. And I mean, it's pathetic. It's really pathetic. I don't know how I got that. I mean,
But the day of the race, it was red.
yeah, I'll insert a picture. At least it's not red anymore. It's just a bright white spot that didn't get sun. And then we got water continuing at every stop, and we reached mile 15. Were you excited to see that?
Yes.
Because your golden arches was coming up. But you were sort of out of it at this point, so you didn't want anyone to go get you golden arches.
No, I didn't have time to run down and get anything.
No. But we did see Stephen and Leslie, so that cheered us up, and they were offering sunscreen, and I don't know why we didn't take it. We should have, but
we both put sunscreen.
I made her
on our
put sunscreen
faces.
on the face.
And I tan easily, so my arms
Must
got
be
all
nice.
tan.
Yeah,
So,
I just got
but
burned
I should
instead.
have said to Kim, put the sunscreen on there, because Leslie was nice to offer that, and they were offering food too.
Yeah, so
So
sweet.
thank you for your generosity right there, and seeing you cheer, that really helped.
Yes. And that gave Mama motivation, because we thought if Joyful Miles, they told us, was just a few minutes ahead of us, then that means we're doing okay, because Joyful Miles will not get swept. So it's encouraging the mom.
We tried our best to pick up our pace and get moving, and the heat just started to kick in. We
Yeah.
did see a runner with a dog, a service dog, which Kimberly's seen before.
I saw it last marathon, and then at Star Wars, and it's the cutest little thing. It gets me in tears every time because I just love dogs. So, and it listens to her, and it's so well trained. It's just so cute, and it has little running shoes on.
And she did have it rest at the water stop.
Yeah, because it was so hot at that point. He just felt really sorry for that dog. But it was doing an amazing job guiding her, and it just took a water break, and hopefully that helped it.
And thank you to all the volunteers at the water stops, because they were going out of their way to pour extra water and Powerade, and really telling everybody to stay hydrated.
Yeah, thank you. And then we reached mile 16. Well, we saw the dog after mile 16. We were heading closer, and you saw a parade bus.
And I started running. I thought, I'm not going to get picked up on that bus, so I just took off from Kim and ran along the side of some runners and went up past that bus.
You were saying, not today, bus, not today.
Not today,
so was
bus.
Julie, so it was a cute little sight. I don't know if I kept this on my video or not, but you can sort of hear in the background they're saying they have 1 mile behind us for the balloon ladies. They were just entering mile 16 and we're getting to 17. So that sort of just dampened the mood for us. I mean, it was nice to know we at least had a mile, but it's dampening the mood going into ESPN. It's like, ooh, they're getting on our tail. So it was a little scary.
And we did make it up to mile 17.
Mm-hmm.
I felt a little nauseous, but I kept up my pace, and then we made it to mile 18.
And they're giving out sponges. You know it's hot when they're giving out sponges.
Was that at mile 18?
Yes, in ESPN.
Oh, the sponges were very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So when we got into ESPN, I didn't realize how long it was going to be running around that area.
I told her you have several miles
once we got
in it,
in
but
there, I thought, oh my gosh, just like a maze.
it's
When are we
it's your
ever
new
gonna get
favorite
out of here?
section, isn't it?
No.
Mama could just do
my
it for
least-
days.
Least favorite part of the race, but I think it was better we did have that course to go off to than to stay on the highway.
Well, that's what I told Mama, because at least you have trees and shade in ESPN, and you have greenery and different scenes than staying on the highway, getting burned in the sun. Just It's not good.
And then we were excited because we did see Joyful Miles, and I said, Kim,
Yes.
run up on ahead to try to catch up
Yeah,
with them.
go
And
do a 7-minute mile, Kim,
Yes.
around the track
Get
on
up
the
there,
marathon
Kim.
after mile 18 and a half. Go, Kim, go. Go do 7-minute
Julie and I
mile.
just said,
And
"Kim,
I'm just
take off."
darting it, and people are looking at me like, you're crazy.
And
What
we
are
thought
you
of
doing?
texting them, but it
I
just,
thought they're not going to look at their phone. Idiot. They had their phone out.
well,
They didn't stop for Goofy, and if they stopped for Goofy, I could have made it up to them. But when we started the race, you were doing like a 15-minute mile, including all the characters and all the stopping and all that, which is, it's not bad. And then towards this point, we were reaching a 17-minute mile just walking and not stopping. And I told Mama, if those balloon ladies come in ESPN, are you able to just run a little to maintain that 16-minute? And I don't think you were at that point. I don't know.
I don't think I was. I tried, and I just couldn't do it.
So that was hitting me emotionally. I thought, okay, we might be getting swept this race. That was part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 coming soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.